Maybe not in this situation.
Not yet.
Time for your 5, Marcus.
Thank you, Patrick. Yeah, Jake Bobo. I mean, he had a great preseason. I don't know that unless you're in a 32-team league that he's going to be relevant for your roster. Look, I got my 5 fantasy superheroes for week 1. I know a lot of times we want the big superheroes. We want Superman. We want Iron Man. And those are the guys you probably drafted in the first couple of rounds. But I've got some guys maybe a little bit deeper in the comic book store that could come to life and really help save the day for your fantasy team in week 1. So we will start with number 5, and that is Antonio Gibson of the Washington Commanders, which sounds like a superhero team up all on its own. Gibson's been Billy Batson so far in his career, but a chance to become Shazam this week. Arizona gave up the 3rd most receptions and most receiving touchdowns to running backs last season. Gibson should get work on passing downs, was targeted on 25% of his routes last year. Now, Eric Bieniemy may not be an immortal elder, but he can give Gibson a little bit of juice. At number 4, J.K. Dobbins. The last few years, Baltimore running backs have been like going into the Spider-Verse, just so many of them. Houston, though, has the league worst run defense. He'll get his first test this season. Baltimore ran the ball more than 50% of the time last season. And yes, we may see some Gus Edwards. Maybe we'll see some Justice Hill. But Dobbins is going to get his first crack at it and hopefully get the majority of the opportunities. Please, Todd Monken, we're looking for our own Miles Morales here in this Spider-Verse. That gets us to number 3 at Gerald Everett. If the Chargers pass catchers are the Teen Titans, Gerald Everett is sort of beast boy. He can change and adjust to whatever they need in this offense. They got the Dolphins, who last year ran a lot of too high safeties. They could do the same this year to sort of neutralize some of these downfield attempts. That should open some things up underneath. Last season, Miami gave up the 3rd most receptions, 4th most tight ends to tight ends. Hopefully this week, Everett turns into like a really hungry octopus or something like that. I don't know. Number 2, it is Tyler Higbee. Tyler Higbee is the Bucky Barnes to Cooper Kupp's Steve Rogers, and the Rams may need to throw the football and score a lot of points to stay in this game against the Seattle Seahawks. Last year, with no Cooper Kupp, Higbee 8. He averaged 2 more targets per game, 14 more yards per game when Kupp wasn't there. Couldn't have been the top target in this LA offense for the first few weeks of the season. If you haven't figured it out, the trigger word for this Bucky Barnes, it's targets. Let's hopefully he gets a lot of them coming up this week. And at number 1, Bijan Robinson. I know everybody is expecting Batman, but maybe we should tone it down and it's like Batman year 1. The Bijan hype might have gotten out of control, but I do expect a big workload early, potentially a low-scoring game between 2 teams that want to run the ball, throwing a few targets, a pretty solid work. Hey, look, man, it's Batman year 1. You got to crash into an overpass or 2 before you finally become the big Dark Knight. So there you go. My 5 fantasy heroes for week 1. Patrick, I will swoop back over and you can